Hi. Sorry. Gonna get the microphone working fine. Hello, mongoose. The Neshi demons are supposed to be all about lust, but they look like the offspring of Davy Jones and a bicycle. You're not meant to. So Slaanesh demons are they're not meant to be like, okay, everyone's got like a different idea of what's attractive. Some people like skinny things, some people like, you know, super fat things, others like super muscular. Some people like men, some people like women, some people like neither. Some people are attracted to inanimate objects. And then you've got animals. Animals are still living creatures with souls, and their ideas of what's attractive is very different. And then you got aliens. And what Slaanesh is meant to be is instead they've got... Also, they're not all just about lust. They're like about greed. They're about excess rather than lust. Like, it's just the fact that one of the most common forms of excess that appeals to a lot of people, but, you know, unless you're asexual, is, you know, lust. But, I mean, like, if you collect Warhammer and you struggle to stop yourself, like, buying the latest Warhammer product or whatever, or you collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Magic the Gathering cards, if you collect model trains, if you collect Gundam, like, or if you really struggle controlling yourself and like your purchases with them, that's Slaanesh. If you struggle buying yourself alcohol, that's like, you know, with alcohol or addiction or whatever, that's Slaanesh. If you buy too many games on, you know, the Steam summer sale and you never play them, that's Slaanesh. It's like, hi Gundrill, hi Anthony, hi the mongoose. This is excess, not just lust. Yes, Slaanesh is excess. Firstly, they're designed more like a version of Eldar beauty. Kind of. What they're meant to be is, if you read the lore, they're meant to be both horrifying and entrancing. So the entire thing is not... They're not meant to be beautiful. They're not meant to be attractive. Like, you don't look at a Slaanesh demon in its true form and think, oh my gosh, that's attractive. Well, you can. Some people do. But you're meant to look at them and just be completely beguiled by them. Similar to how, like, vampires beguile. It's more hypnotic. Their movements are extremely extremely fast, extremely agile, extremely hypnotic movements that just distract the mind. And it's not like it's meant to be warped trickery effectively. Sometimes you will look at a Slaanesh demon and you'll think, oh my gosh, that's attractive, but then you're not seeing its true form most of the time. Like, you're going to be seeing...
I can loom at a Slaaneshi demon and think, I can fix her.
Yeet. You give people too much credit. Cuptle is calling herself out with that last one. Wait, which one? Which one was the last one? The buying too many games of the Steam Summer Sale. I don't actually do that. I've got a few games I've not played, but the only time I've really done anything where I've bought a whole load of games is when I bought the Kakami Deluxe bundle, where it was just... I can't remember how expensive it. I think it was like £7, and it just came with loads and loads of Capcom games. One of them I would have already played by now, but it turns out that I would have played it on stream. But I couldn't find anyone who actually streamed it on YouTube. And it turns out that there's probably a reason for that, because it gets caught by YouTube monetization stuff. Do you know, copyright strikes? I was like, oh, that sucks. The whole furry conventions, the Slaanesh demon would have fans. I'm not saying that the Slaanesh demons wouldn't have fans, but generally, I know sometimes you do get them described as beautiful, but it's not designed to be beautiful in terms of like lust or attraction beauty. It's beautiful as in like the kind of... The way that they move, the way that they are, is kind of like meant to be somewhat the perfect form. Kinda. Like, they're meant to be extremely lethal, extremely deadly. And as a result, sometimes warriors will look upon them and be like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Their arms are just giant claws. They're so fast, they're so agile, their movements are so fluid and so smooth. Oh, beautiful. As I can fix her. But yeah, I mean, you're going to get people who are going to be attracted to them anyway. But usually if people are becoming attracted to them, it's more they're seeing their own personal idolized version of what humanoid beauty is. Yeah, so that's what you generally see. Or sometimes you might not even see something that you consider beautiful. You might see like your crush, your girlfriend or boyfriend, or you know, your partner. You might see something like that when you see a Slaanesh demon, depending on how they work. Sometimes they will possess beautiful people and make them even more beautiful. Although this isn't always true, most of the time it's warp trickery and psychic powers that's doing the work. For instance, blanks often look upon Slaaneshi demons and those possessed by Slaaneshi demons and see the true frugality and evil within them. And that's kind of what a Slaanesh demon's meant to be. They're meant to be that. Hi, Night Parade! Expand it to buying anything on sale. Plastic vessel. Go! Let's go, Warhammer! They do have the ability of Sirena. Sirens, for example. Yeah, they have the ability of sirens. They go wee woo, wee woo. No, they have the ability to like lure you in. There's a really good one actually. If you read the Kane, I think it's the Kane anthology, so Caiaphas Kane anthology. This is before he knew Jurgen was a blank, which is kind of a minor spoiler. Not really, because Games Workshop does not do anything to really hide some of the spoilers like that one. But he finds some demons. He finds a group. I think it was Slaanesh versus Nurgle demons, and cultists going on. And while scouting, he finds some women who are being attacked by Nurgle cultists, and he saves them. And his Jurgen is just absolutely disturbed by everything that's going on, and no one understands why Jurgen is disturbed. And Caiaphas Kane eventually realizes, oh my gosh, wait a minute, something weird is going on here. I'm struggling to control myself, but this isn't normal. You know, alcohol and beautiful women struggle to control myself. This is something more. And a bunch of the other soldiers, but Jurgen's like, yeah, those people are not beautiful. But that's one of the things that Slaanesh does. When you look upon yourself, you see yourself as beautiful and perfection. When other people look upon you, they might also see you as beautiful and perfection. But when a blank looks upon you, or someone who's got a strong enough will to, not be moved by the Slaanesh power, they might see your true form, which is a perverse, disgusting, ugly thing. So that's what a Slaanesh often does. It mutates your physical body to be more perverse, more disgusting, to better represent your personality, but no one gets to see that. Or you sometimes get to see that from the corner of your eye, kind of thing. Especially yourself, like you look at yourself in reflection and you see yourself for what you want to be, except then you're just turning around and just in the corner of your eye you catch yourself. You catch your true form. It's like, but that only just increases your need to try and make yourself even more perfect. Although after a while, your own idea of what perfection becomes ends up getting so incredibly perverse that eventually you just see yourself for what you are and see that That's perfect. You always see a demon ship of Slaanesh with an upgrade on it because it's like -3 leadership total, which is a shame as having the bridge smash for contact. Oh, in BFG you can equip a ship with pleasure fleet in the pleasure fleet with an upgrade called Siren Song, and it makes your command checks worse when nearby it. Oh yeah. Slaanesh used to do loads of stuff like that. I think Slaanesh still has some stuff like that. For instance, my Demon Prince causes enemies to have to take a battle shock test. And I think that's meant to be a bit of, you know, the beguiling effect of Slaanesh. Beautifully disgusting demons. But yeah, the old models of Slaanesh try to go more with the, I guess, trying to make them look beautiful and horrifying at the same time, while the current Demonette models kind of toned it down in both regards. I don't know if I'll be able to show the old Demonette models on Steam because they did not care about, you know, models being naked. Back then. Beans are pretty much almost identical to what they used to be like. In fact, they're just a little bit better because the models are modded better. So I need to like advertise a stream. I've not done that yet. I've not done like a lot of things. I woke up at like 6 something this morning, and I did all of my Japanese learning, and then had to help my mother find a phone. And I started the stream a little bit late because my mother decided to let the cats out, and then she went out to the gym, and like now I have to be the one to bring the cats in, but I don't know where they are, and they're not wanting to come in. So yeah. Well, yeah, after do my Japanese learning, my head hurt a little bit. I'm like, oh, I need a nap. I need a nap for half an hour, 2 hours later. I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to stream in 20 minutes. Oh, that Mirror HQ and the Slash Demon's name escapes me. It used to make enemies -1 to hit rolls in melee. There's a few things, I can't remember. Alluring is its own beauty. They are objectively ugly women that move and sound a way that makes them gorgeous. I think they smell wonderful. Anyone can smell wonderful. What's the new combi heresy weapons? They look okay for just heresy, they're just combi weapons. Never been a big fan of combi weapons, if I'm entirely honest, but back when I used to play, combi weapons worked. As it looks like they're going to again, but it used to be one shot. So you had your bolt gun, you could fire your bolt gun normally, except then if it was like a combi plasma, you could fire the plasma part of it once. Like you could get both shots at it. If you're in rapid fire range, you could shoot it twice, but that's it. That's the only time you can shoot it in the game. And the same goes for like combi melter gun, combi flamer and stuff like that. For flamer and for melter guns weren't bad. I don't know how they're going to work in Heresy. I don't know if they're going to be one shot or not. Because Heresy does keep a lot of the old rules for 40k. It's basically got the old rules, but a bit more modernized, a bit more streamlined. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept them as one shots. But that being said, if you can give an entire squad combi weapons, it'd be really weird to make it one shot. You'd be having to put tokens on all the models. I think that's one of the reasons why they decided to stop making combi weapons one shot, because it got annoying when you've got like Stern Guard squads that have like 10 combi weapons. Prepare for Dreadnought. I have the dehydrated fatigue feeling, just got off work and I work nights. No! For Bolton top, which is weird. The bolters are usually on top on the combi weapons. I've never seen a combi weapon with a bolter on the bottom. Because the combi weapons are effective. They do away you've got machine guns that can have a grenade launch on the bottom in real life. like for underslung grenade launcher. And you've got some other guns that have like an underslung slug firer, so you can like load in 1 or 2 shotgun shells. It doesn't have to be shotgun shells. I say shot. Basic, it's the same type of ammo that you put in a shotgun, so it could be a solid shot, it could be a pellet shot, it could be a beanbag. Yeah, you got those guns in real life. That's all the combi weapon is based on. It's literally just a machine gun with an underslung one-shot version of a weapon underneath it. The Chaos ones are at least. Oh, the Chaos ones would be a bit weird. I can't remember. I don't remember seeing the Chaos ones like that. Let me go to the website. Hand cam. Smash. Oh, yeah, I decided to just go into... Iron Warriors, straight to Titanicus. I'm really good. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm really good at reading Japanese. That definitely says Iron Warriors. That definitely says just Titanicus. Chaosus Space Marino. Okay, and where's our chosen fate? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, they are underslung there. Yeah, that's not normal. This probably represents a perversion of the weapons as a result. You mostly only see them on Chaos Space Marines because the only time you'd ever take them is on Chaos Space Marines, because you either get a bolt gun that has no AP, or you get a combi weapon that is -1 to hit, but, you know, has devastating wounds and anti-infantry. Everyone else, you just would never take it. Shortest mini off 5th, in my opinion. But yeah, we look at the Horus Heresy weapons. Yeah, this is how Horus Heresy. This is how the combi weapons have always been. If we look at Stern Guard, we'll go with what? Ultramarines. Stern Guard. Stern Guard. Oh my gosh, these things also have been renamed. Stern Guard. There you go, these Stern Guard. Some of them have... Oh no, his combi weapon is on top as well. His combi weapon is below. What about everyone else? That one's got a plasma gun below. I guess some of them do have them above, but it used to be extremely rare. Like, I don't remember any combi weapons being above before. It might have been. I never really used them because I didn't really like using them. This means battalion detachment. Sold out online. Why do they still have this on the Japanese website? Let's go past the other stone. Oh, here they are. There's the other stone guard. Okay, that one is again above. Can we look at the... Can we see the sprue for them? Yes, we can. That one's above, that one's below, that one's below with a flamethrower. That one's below, that one's below, that one's above. Yeah, okay. So sometimes you do have the weapon above, but no. This one's a normal one. I do like the new design for shotguns though, they're pretty cool. Although I do think they're still not super discernible from the shotguns. From the bolt guns, mind you. They look like something out of Wolfenstein or Doom. Can someone suggest which Spire as HQ and what to equip it with? Spire? Spire? I don't know what Spires are. I want to do an incursion gang Frontier led by Spire. Oh, I don't know much about Necromunda, I'm sorry. I like the models, I don't know much. Hi, Fins! No! Sorry, that's like my hotkey. I think for older if using combi weapons so you could fire either or both. Or for alternate fire singularity, you could fire both. Ooh, -1. That's cool. Now it seems that you can fire both of them now. If we look at the new Orc stuff, where they do have some combi weapons available. In fact, can we go over here? Actually, I don't know if it's going to be in for Orc faction pack. We'll just look at Orc rules. Ah, here we go. Banner Knob Pain Boy Boys. Here we go. If we go in, yeah, if you look here, it can get to use its combi rocket and its combi shooter together with no negative. And they're not one shot to anything. But that's only the combat patrols. We don't know how it's going to be exactly. Waiting for the Alpha Legion spoo. Everything's an Alpha Legion spoo. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way the shotguns are here. I mean, I think they look super cool, but I think just at a glance they look too much like bolt guns. I guess they do have this finger buff if you do paint it a different colour. But if you just compare it to the standard 40k shotguns. Like this one, I think this shotgun just looks so much more discernible as a shotgun. Extremely short barrel. When I say barrel, do you know the little bit at the part of the barrel at the end that sticks out? It's much shorter than on a normal bolt gun. You got the very clear pump action part of the shotgun. Which I guess this is meant to be an automatic shotgun, so you don't need to pump it, I guess. But still, that does help discern it as a shotgun. The main thing here, I guess, is the fact that it's bigger than a normal bolt gun, and you've got the round magazine for it. I think that's a round magazine, I assume it is. A drum mag. You never seen a bolt with a drum mag? You can get bolters with drum mags, but I think they're only in 40k. Where's the Black Templars? And this is where we suddenly realise that I cannot read these things. Now that's shop hold. Why did I click shop hold? Yeah, it's this one. Where's the Crusader squad? Can we see the drum magazines? Oh no, they don't have quite the same drum magazine. They have a big box magazine rather instead. Never mind. I think the heavy intercessors actually can get drum mags on their bolt rifles. Their heavy bolt rifles. Heavy intercessors. By the way, for Baneblade, the rumour with the Baneblade at the moment is that there it is, heavy intercessor squad. Do they have? They've got the big old drum mag with that thing. Ah no, it's just more of a box magazine again rather than a drum mag. Never mind. I've seen a regular heavy bolt with a drum bag, but not a regular size. Oh, wait. I know where one of them is. Chaos Space Marines. Oh gosh, I accidentally just clicked the DPI on my mouse. And it went to minimum. Chaos Space Marines. I think they can have drum magazines and some of their bolt guns. I can't remember if the Chosen could have it. No, I don't think the Chosen could have it. Oh no, the Chosen here, that's a drum magazine, I think. And where's the Legionnaires? Can we find the Legionnaires? I'm pretty sure that guy's just got a machine gun chain for his bolt gun, which is hilarious. Drum magazine! Yeah! Tommy guns! Tommy bolt guns! Yeah! Heavy bolt rifles and heavy bolters. Yeah, so we've seen the big old box mags for bolt rifles, or like that intercessors can have in Crusader squads. But drum magazines for chaos. That means there must be heresy bolt guns with drum magazines, and now they need to release an alternate weapon kit for Horus Heresy that has the drum magazines in them. Rambo Marine. A fellow heretic, I see. What is your army of choice? What's my army of choice? Templars! That's my main army. If you mean, what's my chaos army of choice? Night Lords! Yeah, I've also got some World Eaters. If I mostly just play them for the Goremongers and the Demonkin. And the Juggernauts. Juggernauts. I love the Juggernauts. But no, Night Lords, except for a corrupted warband of Night Lords. After a power struggle, like the Lieutenant and the Leader and the Warlord of the warband both fell to Chaos. One of the Warlord fell to Nurgle. The other one, the Lieutenant, fell to Siege. And while they were having their power struggle, amongst their mortal ship crew, a Slaanesh cult formed and became too powerful for them just to get rid of. Death Guard, Thousand Suns, Dark Angels for me. Ooh, I've got it's easier, I think, to say for armies I don't have. I don't have Sisters of Battle. I kind of have some Imperial Agents in the fact I have a bunch of Inquisitors, but that's it. I could make a Thousand Suns army. I do have a bunch of Rubik Marines. I could make a Death Guard army. I have a bunch of Plague Marines and stuff. And Nurgle themed units. I could make an Emperor's Children army with all the Mauler Fiends and Noise Marines. But again, don't have any of them. I think I have every single... Oh no, I don't have any Drukhari at the moment. The Arbites look... The Arbites do look nice. I also am partial to the Rogue Tradery stuff and, you know, the... what's the word? Navy officers and stuff. No spiky elves. No spiky elves. I got all the rest of the Xenos. And when it comes to normal Space Marines, I've just got the... Oh, I don't have Grey Knights, I guess. I do have some Custodes now. I do have some Imperial Knights. I don't have Chaos Knights. I do have an Imperial Titan. I don't have a Chaos Titan. I have lots and lots of Black Templar. I have a small Firstborn Ultramarine Force and a small Firstborn Dark Angel Force. But nothing else for Space Marines. An army of crazy Judge Dredd. Yeah, I was reading the rulebook, you know, the 10th edition rulebook, but did not have the extra lore in the book that came in the 5th recently, and there's just a section where it's talking about them realizing for the first time that the Tyranids are attacking. You know, there's another massive tendril attacking. That's just like spreading across the galaxy. And the first real warning they got of it was a Arbites suppression fleet that was like, these people haven't been paying their tithe. We're sending an Arbites army to go and fix this. And the Arbites are like full of themselves, but then they like...
The only reason you don't have Chaos Titans is 'cause you couldn't get a hold of Mr. Pinchy, the Titan we deserve.
Oh, yeah, I will. Okay, Mr. Pinchy does not have any rules in 40k, not even in Legends at the moment. I'm seriously hoping if they ever decide to add Chaos Space Marines to 40k, to like start making some of their Titanic models in plastic. Like, oh, what is it? What's the Titanic models in plastic? The Warhound and the Eldar Titans, because the Eldar Titans are definitely small enough that you could make plastic versions of them. Like, they're very, very thin. You could easily fit them in a plastic, like a Baneblade size box. Both of them probably as well. You got a Warlord sized one. No, Warhound and a Reaver sized ones, but they're both so thin. And hollow plastic would actually be way more stable than the solid resin that they currently use for them. But yeah, if they do that, and they could make with the fact that you've got a Stomper, I feel like they could make a Warhound Titan in plastic. You'd have to do what you do with the Leviathan Dreads though, and the Saturnine Dread, where you'd sell the weapons separately from the Titan. Like, you basically have two versions of a Titans you could buy. One would have Plasma and the Falcon Mega Bolter. One would probably be online only and have the Turbo Laser Destroyer and the oh, what's the other weapon it can have? The big flamethrower. And then you could buy each of the weapons by themselves if you wanted to. So you might buy the Turbo Laser Destroyer one and then buy a second online weapon for it. A second turbo, like they'll be big enough where each of the weapons could have their own sprue. A Titan would ship with 2 weapons, and then you can buy the weapons separately. Subjugate to Titan supremacy. But if they did that, then they could start bringing things like, you know, the Brass Scorpion into plastic. The Brass Scorpion is definitely big enough to be in plastic. If you've ever seen a Brass Scorpion next to a Defiler, you realise they could bring the Brass Scorpion, the Brass Scorpion into plastic. What else could they bring in? But yeah, Subjugate to Titans and stuff just start coming around. But I think the first thing they'll do is bring back the Subjugate to Titan into Epic. Or, you know, Legions Imperialis. There we go. So I'm like just putting on some of my morning stuff. 11th edition really helps Templars a very close range edition. It kind of does and doesn't. Because shooting in 11th also feels a lot more powerful. Like, Ignore Cover is significantly more powerful now. Because -1 to hit is much bigger. Well, it depends. Against things like Custodes, you know, things that hit on a 2+, -1 to hit is nowhere near as bad as -1 to your AP. Especially when you didn't have much AP to begin with, and you're firing into things like Space Marines. But with things like Orcs, basically the worse your shooting is, the more the -1 to hit affects you. So if you go into any good shooting army, like Custodes, Mechanicus, Tau, the -1 to hit that they're getting against you is not going to be as powerful. They can increase the detection ranges against you. They can ignore the cover anyway. It's going to be really, really dangerous. The terrain is also not as dense as it was in previous editions, and you've got less line of sight blocking terrain. So in many regards, you don't get as close as easily. Like, you do have hidden, which is helpful, but a lot of armies it's not going to be super effective against. Don't tease me with epic scale subjugators, because that means I'll be able to use them in Titanicus, and I would buy them so fast. So subjugators used to be epic. The only version of a model that you could buy at like a larger size was... This is actually like how... Before they had Forge World, they used Armorcast. And I believe Armorcast was literally just epic scale models scaled up. So literally they just took the epic models, made them big. And they Armorcast sold them in resin form. And I believe we could get the Subjugator Titan like that as well. But yeah, Subjugator Titan used to be an epic thing, so it would make sense for them to bring it back to Titanicus and Legions Imperialis. The only thing that would make it make less sense is that Subjugator Titans don't make a lot of sense in Horus Heresy. Like, Subjugator Titans definitely feel like something that, you know, something that's been seeping in chaos for a few hundred, if not a few thousand years would make, rather than just being, you know, a Chaos Titan you could get in for Heresy. I mean, maybe if I just do new lore for it. For instance, the Subjugator Titans were specifically built for the Emperor's Children. Or more accurately, the Fulgrim himself commissioned the Subjugator Titans. And, you know, his favoured Titanicus legions got given the Subjugator Titans. And as a result, that came on. But that would have to be, again, something that came about in the Heresy. Or, you know, shortly before the Heresy. Just like when they were making their first sonic weapons. Because canonically, they did make their sonic weapons before, you know, declaring that they were going to be, you know, war on the Emperor. So, I guess you could get those sonic weapons under the Titans then. There are dark mech stuff, and we already have those spider walker things in Imperialis Titanicus now. Yeah. So I guess we could get them. The other thing is, I believe Subjugator Titans being a Slaanesh specific Titan, I'm coming from like the early days of Warhammer back in Epic and stuff. That was back when, you know, Khorne could still have wizards and sorcerers. And I don't think the lore was as solid about, you know, Titans and who piloted Titans. And what piloted Titans. I think back then, like, the Subjugator Titan could actually be piloted by a Noise Marine kind of thing. I might be misremembering my lore there, though. That being said, I could potentially get a Mr. Pinch, you know. My friend does have a large-scale 3D printer. So if I have the time, I might be able to get one. Not resin, but it doesn't really matter for something that big.
Khorne Sorceress? I cast
Khorne
Fist.
Sorcerer, I cast... No, you're thinking of a... Orc Sorcerer. Orc Sorcerer casts Fist. Fist of Gork and Foot of Gork. If we did get Khorne Sorcerers back, it makes perfect sense that we'll just get, you know, Priests of Khorne. I imagine if we did get them back, actually, we probably would only get them as Chaos Cultists. Like, if we made a new Cultist model for World Eaters, we might get, like, a Blood Priest or something. and the Blood Priest will have the ability to do basically magic. They probably wouldn't have a psychic keyword though. I wonder how they would do that. Or maybe they would have a psychic keyword. Maybe not on the model, but on their attacks. Sorry, needed to blow my nose. You're right. I cast Brass Fist. Oh, now that's calmed. So I'm like brushing my hair. My hair's like really messy. Ow. Can you hear that noise? My hair is just so... Ow. There we go. I just need to get some of these knots out my hair because they're painful on my thing. There you go. So, woke up with a tummy ache today. Maybe that's why my hair's decided to be so bad. Okay, I'm ready. We need to build Slaanesh models. We've spent a lot of time talking about them, not a lot of time building them. A lot of time talking about lots of stuff, actually. We got some demonettes here. But we want to build Seekers first. If we have a Priest of Karn, they'll probably work with Demonkin units. Potentially. You already have some overlap with things. What I'd imagine is that you'd get like a new... Well, it would come with a new codex. And you might get like the Demonkin working specific, like one of the detachments where it's Demonkin and Cultus specifically. What I'm hoping they do for blooming all of the Monogod codexes is just remove a stupid Demonkin detachment. And just bake it into the base rules. Like, as a Chaos Space Marine player, I can have a quarter of my army dedicated to demons already. Just let me do the same for Khorne. Or like World Eaters and stuff. I don't want to have to take a specific detachment to use Demonkin. It makes no sense. Probably have an ability, something like a chaplain. I don't know. I think, like, if we look at Age of Sigmar Blood Beasts, that's kind of what I would want for them, where they're basically capable of manifesting the power of Khorne. Okay, we got Seekers. There's something that can manifest the power of Khorne in, you know, attacks and stuff. That would be cool. Okay, for Seekers, we need a champion, we need a banner, and we need a musician. Oh look, I got called down. Trumpet. That's rounded. And we've got, ooh, 3 different types of banners. And do you think this just attaches to the banner poles?
Look at all the air in this sprue. Must be older than Cupcon.
Okay, does this one actually have a date on it? Yeah, 2009. The Demonette sprue does not even have a date on it. That's how old it is. They don't have one of these. We've just got a code. Right. Nine 99389915001. Oh, they must have come out at a similar time. Because the production codes are similar. Okay, they're definitely for champion class. They just got 5 basic bodies. Oh my gosh, look how basic those bodies are. They're so basic. Oh, that definitely looks like champion head right there. Yeah, I would like new Slaaneshi demons, just so that they can redo the hair. The hair, that's the worst part of these models, I think, in general, the hair. Also, some of the positioning of the sprues could really be upgraded. But let's go, let's start just... I think we need to build the mounts first, if I'm entirely honest with you. Because we need to, like, wait for them to dry. And be sturdy enough to start doing other stuff on. Okay, then just twist it off. And then we can just clean it up with a knife. Which we need to be super careful with. There we go. Oh. Silly snake raptors with their licky sticky tongues. Those tongues can kill, apparently. I do find it funny that they decided, what aesthetic do we want to go for? Slaanesh, do you know, for God of Lust, excess and stuff like that? It's like, I read today that anteaters have to eat like 10,000 ants a day. That seems a bit excessive. So I was thinking, like, maybe for Slaaneshi, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a genius! You're a genius! Anteaters are off Slaanesh. Yeah, but before they started to put in numbers on the bits and the spoo. And for, like, you know, I read about crabs today, and I read how they like to eat poop. That sounds Slaaneshi to me, or Nurgly. It's like, no, I think that's Slaanesh. I think that's Slaanesh. Weird prefers crabs. And they went, okay, that's what we're going to do. Crabs and anteaters. That's what we're going to do for Slaanesh. I wonder what other things are in here. I guess snakes, which makes sense. If they do have a bit of a snake vibe going on. Gosh, you know, the entire greed, lust, and Garden of Eden with the snake. Okay, it looks like these bits go at the side of the head. Crab, goat, snakes, and anteaters. I don't see much goat in the Slaaneshi models. Like, they've got these clawed feet rather than hoofed feet. Actually, they look like they got chicken feet. They got chicken feet. They've got crab claws. They've got anteater faces and tongues on their things. And they got snaky bodies. We're building one heck of a chimera. I guess with Slangors you would have the goat put in, but that's more just beastmen in general. Beastmen are goaty. Oh, that's where it goes. Like little arrows. I like little arrows. Or maybe they were more inspired by how many children, like, the eggs that the crabs lay more than anything else. The seekers also have little crab claws, not crab claws, chicken feet. You know, chickens are known to eat, you know, their own young and what's it called? Eggs and stuff. Oh, that turns out it's because mostly when chickens are mistreated. Not always, but mostly because they were mistreated. Yeah, we'll just attach them all to the bases first. Honestly, despite it being old, I was expecting most of the Slaanesh stuff being relatively old kits to be really horrible to put together and stuff, especially by the looks of them. But actually, no, they're really good kits. They look really nice. Like, the mold on them's really not bad. The main issue is just, like, the hair on these things, which just look so silly, I guess. Just the strands are so big and thick, and the flow. It's unnatural. I mean, I guess it's meant to be, you know, Slaanesh and for warp and stuff, but... The poses are very static. I mean, her pose is kind of static. But, like, her pose is really cool. And you could change, like, the angles of her head and even change the angles of her arms around a little bit. And, like, these ones are pretty cool. I guess this one doesn't exactly look much like it's running. With its legs being like that. The fiends are really cool, but the fiends were kind of hellish to put together compared to the demonette. Yeah, I guess I would want to have some more dynamic poses and so a bit more movement into the models than they do at the moment. They're not too bad for like kit bashing and converting around. Like, a lot of the parts are relatively interchangeable. Remember, you're amazing. Yeah. Oh. There we go. There we go. Got this bit off. Just get each of the legs done. It's really weird today. It's not super warm, but there's no airflow today. I think the Bliss Barbs are Age of Sigmar, but they're also more modern. They're not just more modern, they're way more modern. It's like a decade between them. Bliss Barbs are a lot better. In fact, I was originally going to use Bliss Barbs instead of Seekers. By buying 2 of the old Spearheads, but then the new Spearhead came out, I'm like, yeah, I want the Demonettes on that kit, so... I'm just gonna get this kit. I can use the archers, put them on smaller bases, and just use them as cultists. Blembobs, Blembobs, Bliss Barbs, Blembobs. There we go. Because as much as I love for bloodletters, when we built for bloodletters, they were kind of... They were not great trying to put them together. Okay, now this definitely goes on the other side. Like they're just such weird and thin joints and stuff. And the models hated being on the basis. We had a bit of that with the Fiends yesterday. This one's much nicer than this one in terms of it actually looks like it's trying to run. From what I've put together, the Siege Demons are pretty good. The Siege Demons are good to assemble, but the only ones I've put together so far are the blue horrors and, you know, the accompanying other horrors. What are they called? Yellow... Oh, it begins with B, I think. Burning... Hellfire... Brimstone, that's the one. Brimstone horrors. Yeah, the only ones I've put together are Brimstone and Blue horrors. And they're great, but they're completely and utterly monopose. And that's what sucks about them. I do think they're a much newer kit, though. I might be wrong with that, but I do feel they're newer. There definitely wasn't as much room on the spear. I guess that's something. Oh, gosh. Like, I'm gonna have to build 10 more of them. Well, 20 if you include the brimstones. And they're all just going to be identical to one another. Well, not all of them, but, you know, there's going to be copies of each one. And they don't exactly look like they're easy to convert either. And kit bash a bit and like just swap around a few limbs. Or just... Oh, there's definitely no just reorientate the angle a bit. There we go. I guess we mustn't sell a lot of demons, because I was expecting like worse mode lines of these models than there are, which means that their modes mustn't be as used as often as you'd expect. Which I guess is one of the reasons why we were reluctant to change them. Seekers could do with more turning poses with them, looking like they're skidding of a like. True. It could just be that they're really well designed so that the mode lines don't really show through the models too much. Because they got all these extra detaily bits on them. But I'm not so sure. gonna change this to time mode. Yeah, they could do with more like posing around the net. I imagine that they tried making them all like relatively straight like that to make them seem more aerodynamic. I need to mute again. Right. My hair keeps blowing onto the models. Did I just get two of the same part? I think I did. I think that's the left part. The straight posing is probably more for fantasy battle. Actually, that is also true. So that they can be more easily put next to one another. In base-to-base contact on smaller square bases than these, or rectangular. Oh no, they could have still done some more head turning. I think part of it's also just to try making it look like, you know, kind of aerodynamic to them, make them look like darts running along. There we go. Need to mute again. But yeah, these models are from 2009, so they're like 17 years old, but almost old enough to vote. And they're showing less wear and tear on the mode than, you know, models that were made in 2023. Like, yeah, no wonder Games Workshop is reluctant to do anything with the demons right now. In fact, they just instead try pushing them into, you know, other armies. That being said, if they did release new demons, made them cool, gave them some cools. That being said, again, the demons are the top, one of the top armies if you go into play a army. So it's not just the fact that the demons aren't good. The demons are very good army.
Seekers kind of fall into the if not friend, why friend-shaped category to me. They look like deeply unserious creatures.
You know, but they probably are. They're friend. Look, seekers are just friends. They're seeking friends. You know, that's why for mounts, you don't get seekers running around by themselves. That's because they've always got a friend with them at all times. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if they are Slaanesh, they're probably not very serious creatures. The animalistic demons of Slaanesh. Oh my gosh. That would actually be so fun for like a character to have a pet seeker. Like do a Slaaneshi cultist or something. And the seeker is just such like a good little pet throughout the entire book. Like, you can imagine a seeker just wants pets, like, all of the time. It's like, pet, pet, bug. Treats. Treats. And Cuptle always wants treats. Oh my gosh, character just lifts the hand. Oh, imagine like the character just like gets a box of treats out, and they just shake the box, and the seeker just comes sprinting like a halfway across, like a couple of kilometers, and he's just running to get the treats. That would actually be the... Oh my gosh, if you want to make a sympathetic Slaanesh themed story, just have this character that fell to Slaanesh out of like some minor greed or something. Oh, because they wanted to build the biggest model train ever or something like that. I don't think the Juggernauts are kinda unserious. I also don't put Piece of Nurgle in friend shape. Screamers do though, they're just goofy little manta rays. Goofy little manta rays that just want to eat your heart. I also like Screamers. I love Screamers. Screamers are the coolest demon I've seen. Bar none. It's like, get out of the way, Lord of Change. I want a Screamer. Actually, I just realised I like the animals of, you know, Chaos. Screamers are cool, Juggernauts are cool, Seekers and Fiends are cool. Beasts of Nurgle are also cool. The Flies of Nurgle kind of suck, I don't like them. I want to do a conversion, but wanted to talk to you about it first. Get the Demon Prince and Space Marine armor. Give it the head of a vampire. Counts Gargoyle and Slaanesh demon bits. Depends what Slaanesh demon bits you're using. The one thing I'd say is that the Gargoyle head. So, do you mean like the Crypt Ghoulie head? The giant vampire bat, a man that can fly? Oh, that one. I can't fly, sorry. Oh, I don't know how big that model is. I'll have to look it up. The Strigoi vampire. Yeah, demon princes have pretty big heads. That's the main concern there. And if this actually fit here, I did once again get 2 right pieces. Yeah, that's a right piece. Ugh. I think it's the Strigoi bloodline. Yeah, well, I'll look into it. Just let me glue this thing on. It also depends what Slaanesh demon bits you want to put on it. because again, they're not small models. The claws of a fiend might work just about. Might do for larger claws than the fiends of Slaanesh. Just give me a moment. So I need to like keep muting myself. Okay, we'll go to the website. Go to Age. That's yeah, it's Age of Sigmar. Yeah. Okay, so giant Batman that can fly.
Quick stream to the website.
Yeah, quick stream to a website. I'm trying to tell which one is a gargoyle we want to use. And you got the Fargal, I guess. Is it this one you want to use? His head might be big enough. That's a half screw. Where's the head of the half screw? There it is. It might be big enough. Looks like it might be a bit on the small side. Have you painted flamers? Nope, I've not painted any demons. This guy would not be good. His head would be way too small. Their heads are too small for my experience as well. He extends into a hedonistic Slaaneshi vampire. Oh, wait, there is already a head on the Demon Prince, though. If we look at the Demon Prince, where is the Demon Prince? Going by pictures, going by pictures. I missed the Demon Prince. There he is. Sorry, I missed him completely. If you look at the Demon Prince, though, he does have quite a lot of head options. Yeah, like you got the Beastman head. You've got the Slaanesh head here. You've also got the birdie head of Sinch, the more generic demon-y head. I've had the first head that was done. So yeah, there's the Slaaneshi head, I believe. Yeah, I think the head is too big even for Fargo. You'll at least need to do some modelling with like green stuff and so on for it. The imprint heads are pretty big. Yeah, so that's a half spoo. This is a full spoo. Yeah, this head is much smaller based on these images. Is there anything you could actually use though? I'm trying to think. What could you use? No, none of the vampires have particularly big heads. I only got the Fengorian Lord, but their head's a bit too small as well. Heidi could, if you got good modelling skills, you could probably still use that head anyway. From the Fargal. I wonder how big the Morbeg Knight's heads are. The Morbeg Knights might be better if they've got bigger heads. Their heads actually might be a little too big. That's me. Yeah, these ones might be okay. And then you could, if how many heads does it actually have on the sprue? 1, 2, 3. Because if it has any spare heads on the sprue here, you could possibly like convert them with some Space Marines on the back and turn them into like bikers, or like Night Lord bikers. I mean, the size different here doesn't seem too bad. You could probably make it work. It just wouldn't be an easy conversion. I've also seen a conversion where somebody took the apparent Gore Warden, replaced its main body with a Space Marine body, and used that as a Demon Prince. Or Jump Pack Lord. What base size is the Fargulf on? The Fargulf is on a 90mm oval base. The Space Marine, the Demon Prince is on a 60mm base. Like, yeah, the head could work. Scale this down a bit, the same size as that. The head next to that head. Yeah, but I guess the head of a Fargulf could work. Again, you just need to do some modelling on it to make it work. Need to mute again. Hay fever's being a butt right now. Where's mine? I need to get my thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, last seeker then. And then we can start building the rest of the dudes. The only thing is, it's kind of a waste. I'd rather get conversion materials and spares. It is kind of a waste. I mean, if you're just buying like the spare bits on eBay or whatever, it'll be fine. And you might find other uses for the other bits. Okay, oh, I guess there are some goat horns on them, I guess. Kind of. Actually, this guy is not in the dart-like shape, so it would make sense to give him more curved necks and stuff. I wonder why demon models are not very popular. Like, demon models are cool. They're not very bad in the game. In fact, they're pretty good in the game. Most demons are. They can be used in a variety of armies. They can be used across systems. Yeah, apparently they still just don't sell many demons. But like half of the setting revolves around demons. Dude, have to cannibalize a whole Fargo kit. Those knights or whatever might be a better shot because they can be converted both ways. Yeah. I have wanted to turn the Morbeg Knights into Chaos Bikers for ages. But between Chaos Bikers not being very good and being very cheap in terms of points, and just not finding a lot of uses for them, I've just not done the conversion yet. I might never do the conversion for them. Niche army is niche apparently. Demons stay up to the spotlight but stay winning. I guess also demons don't have any kill teams, which doesn't help boost sales. Like, at least Imperial Agents have some pretty cool kill teams. If nothing else. And Imperial Agents can ally into, like, every single army of the Imperium. Where demons... I think what they need to do, they definitely need to change the mono gods. One, they need to give the World Eaters back the blooming Slaughter Brute. They should probably give the Vortex Beast and the Slaughter Brute as well to the normal Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines, rather. And they need to just change the blooming Demonkin detachment so that you can just take demons, never mind what detachment you're using. But your Demonkin detachment is just better. Allowing the demons to also have their own... The other thing that they could do is also change demons, like, so the Chaos Space Marine Codex will have certain demons
Agents have
listed.
some kill teams, she says. Agents is nothing but kill teams,
It
lol.
is kill teams. I meant some cool kill teams. Not all of them are cool. The Inquisitorial Agents kind of suck as a kill team. It's probably the least... Oh, look, it's all chicken. It's a chicken. I know why they've gone for chicken. Because chickens are mesmerizing when you pick up a chicken and you move and its head just stays exactly where it is. Oh, yeah, that's why the demonettes are part chicken. I've worked it out. Yeah, the Imperial Agents. The other thing about demons that I think they need to change, and this goes with a lot of allies, to be honest, like in the Chaos Space Marine book, instead of just allying Noise Marines, Plague Marines, and, you know, Corn Berserkers and Rubik Marines in, they should just have a listing for them that has new rules for these units and stuff, specifically for the Chaos Space Marines, and gives them the actual keywords to use in the army. The demons as well that you can ally into your army, some of them, like the ones that are very specific for the demon army rules, should have their rules changed. Again, for European for Codex, rules changed specifically for the Chaos Space Marines. Gyroscopic chicken heads. Gyroscopic chicken heads. Also, the way they walk, they're like... Pop, 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 pop. Actually, can't do that. Like, pop, 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 pop. With their heads. Oh, and you see that sort of thing? Do supermodels and catwalks? With sometimes they have a chicken bob. you know, to the head, where they like put the head forward, because they like have to walk with the back really arched, and they're like in super high heels, so they end up sometimes with a bit of that chicken head to, you know, so they don't fall over. They keep themselves balanced. Yeah, especially like in some of the old fashion walks and stuff. Maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe demonettes, and they walk normally, like they got their shoulders back, they got the supermodel pose. Maybe they walk with a chicken head bob. They do the chicken head bob. Do, 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 do. It's beautiful, I say. Eldar, Eldar, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What I find funny is whenever they bring up the Eldar, you know, in the Imperium, and they're always described as horrifically ugly, like someone tried making a human and failed. And like the characters are like, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. What the heck is that creature? And it's just like, it's just a tall human. It's just a tall, skinny human with supermodel cheekbones. There's something hilarious about that. Gosh, my hay fever. It's evil. Oh, my package is out for delivery already. Is it telling me when it's meant to be delivered? It doesn't give me a time. I was just wondering when it will arrive. Okay, I don't know. I want it to, like, I don't want to be unable to hear the doorbell or something. Because it's another blooming carrier case. Because I need lots of carrier cases for all of my armies. Apparently. Okay, big old claws. Big old meaty claws. Elder probably have a bit of an uncanny valley effect on humans. They do. Which we don't really see too much in a lot of the art and models. Although they have, in the more recent animations and stuff, they have been trying to make that effect a bit. But at the same time, I don't think they want to go too hard into it because they kind of, you know, want to still sell for models and people to be like, "Ooh, Eldor looks super cool. I want to
Demonettes be moving like Madonna. Come on, Vogue. Let your body move to the music."
Yeah. It would be really cool though to imagine, like, you know, demonettes are, you know, flipping and dancing through the air, but their heads are just like staying perfectly still throughout it all. Well, not perfectly still. But they're just like, their heads are just constantly focused on you. Like they're flipping around and their head's just staying there, just looking at you constantly. Keeping eye contact as they like decapitate your friend or something. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I wish they were leaning further forward in the seat than they actually do. Like they're just so stationary in the seat. Got it. I love the main demonette character, the Mask. Is just a very good dancer who got on Slaanesh's bad side one day and they cursed him to eternally dance. That's kind of hilarious. I never knew that about the Mask. But that's the level of petty that, you know, everyone should aspire to be. Slaanesh is not the god of excess. Slaanesh is the god of... Like, my throat is really painful today. Slaanesh is actually just the god of being extraordinarily petty. Slaanesh is just a fally girl. Extremely petty. Finds... Do you know the type of the things that you'd seen like do these American shows where you got like the Mean Girls, just being like kind of true, finding hilarity in really weird cruelty. Since Slaanesh was basically created by the Eldar, the Demonettes probably share a lot of similarities to the Eldari. Yeah. I thought they were as tall as the Eldar. No, they probably are taller than the Eldar. How big are these models? Let's compare them to a Space Marine. Eldar are taller than humans, apparently. Yeah, they're taller. Well, they're about the same. They're just a bit shorter than a Space Marine. That means they're taller than a human. Harlequins versus Slaanesh demons is just a very aggressive dance-off, true. I need to find the 8th edition codex when I get home so I can find the story again. Ooh. Probably on Wikipedia. Not Wikipedia, the wiki page. Okay, put you there for now. In your seat. Okay. Oh, the mode lines of the legs are a bit aggressive, actually. I should probably get rid of them. It'll probably be easier to glue them on without those mode lines getting in the way. By the way, these mode line removers are absolutely amazing. They're beautiful for getting rid of mode lines. And they're not sharp like the blooming knives. You don't risk hurting yourself and doing it. Let's get that thing. That's a cool thing. I don't like it when they have the sprue connections of the inside of the curve. There might be a specific reason it has to be on the inside of the curve with the flow of liquid or something. But I don't know. That hand is very weird though. Oh, it's meant to go like this. Okay, I get it. Sloppity biopipers, bagpipe guys, and nurgles are normal plague bearers afflicted with a madness disease. As they die, they shrivel up into a new set of biopipes that are given to the next one. Oh. Well, that sounds awful. You know, Nurgle just every day proves that he is not a nice god. Like, people say Nurgle is the nice one. It's like, no, Nurgle is arguably the worst one to be part of. He just makes you think everything he's doing is nice for you. At least with the others, you know that they're trying to screw you over. Yeah, it goes like that. Oh, okay, that's a lot better. That's a way stronger connection than I expected it to be. Hello, Mimiko. How you doing? I like to think that Slaanesh, out to spite, puts the face of people Lucius the Eternal defeats in his armor so they can spend all day insulting and criticizing him. Yes. We are currently building some really big chicken anteaters. Ridden by demon women things. With big old crab claws. Big old meaty claws. Fantastic. I'm doing okay as well. I am, my hay fever's really beating me up though. Okay, where's the arm? That's the arm we want. Also, music they make infuriates the plague bearers, but nurglings and great and clean ones love the biopiper music. To be fair, I would also be a bit infuriated if my brother went incredibly crazy or something. I don't know. Brother's the wrong word. Do you know, if another one of my kind, like somebody else went crazy, picked up some pipes that were made out of another person who went crazy, and then started playing music with the pipes, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds awful. Yeah, do we have to like deal with this? Because I'd rather not. If I didn't have to. Joe was my best friend, and you're making music. Yeah, Nurgles are worse. My goodness. Who knew the god of the seas would be so evil? Slaanesh is petty and enjoys the suffering of its own followers. Nurgle is just crazy, and Nurgle doesn't care about you. Nurgle only cares about the diseases that you can spread. I think that's the main thing about Nurgle. Tzeentch just likes to people to get ironic twists to all of the stuff we try doing. I don't know if that arm is correctly positioned there, but my goodness. No, it's definitely not correctly positioned. Plague flies used to be beasts of Nurgle. Beasts want to just play with all the new friends. But after enough deaths, they pupate into spiteful plague flies. Oh my gosh! You're just making Nurgle seem worse and worse with each and every single... No, not my poor beautiful beasts of Nurgle for the best part. No. I don't want for beautiful beasts of Nurgle who just want to be friends. There we go. Turning into spiteful flies. Oh, what? I know that discs of Tzeentch are screamers of Tzeentch crushed down into a disc. Which doesn't sound very fun if I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I wonder if there's anything to do with Fiends and Seekers. Like, are Fiends and Seekers related to one another? Did Fiends used to be Seekers? Did Seekers used to be Fiends? Juggernauts of Khorne are basically demon engines. This entire model is so fragile, with such heavy bits on such small connection points. Oh, that's why. As always, it bugged me that Fiends and Seekers do look the same, but I don't know if they're related outside just being Slaanesh demons. I should look up if they are related. Okay, if we bring these bits down to here, and bing bang boom. It didn't work. There we go. She's got a big old banner. That's not going to be difficult to paint at all. Okay, musician is next. Music to my ears. Oh, that's a bit messy. The head's already a bit messed up here. It's like got damaged when it came out of the mold. It's fine, I guess. Okay, musician is next. I want to use this head for the musician. Hi, Rainbow Dash. There we go. And, you know, I give him another big claw. A big old meaty claw on our demon of excess. Flies. I wonder what demons there are, though. It's gonna turn out that fiends are products of seekers doing creation things, and a fiend is two seekers fused together. Maybe. Or maybe a fiend is a seeker and its rider that got fused together. Or a seeker is a fiend that over time just broke down. For we know, a seeker is actually just like a demonette of Slaanesh. That got turned into a seeker for whatever reason. Because they got addicted to speed. As in, like, running. They wanted to run faster and faster and faster, and eventually their body molded itself into a seeker, and their mind got consumed with just going faster. And then a fiend occurs when a demonette who's riding a seeker, you know, becomes too attached to their seeker. And they become physically attached. Fusion of ride and steed is probably more plausible. To explain where fiends. I was overthinking it doesn't explain why fiends really develop the sporic musk that distracts psychers. True. Okay, let's look. Let's Google fiends of Slaanesh. Disturbing horrors that few demonic entities can match. Fiends are water-birthed monstrosities that perversely mix human, reptile, and insect characteristics in singular form. They're endowed with long, slender bodies, blah blah blah. Their heads are bovine-like. They don't look too bovine-like, to be honest. When not in battles, fiends may be found frolicking in the realm of Slaanesh, where they amuse themselves by hunting each other and any interlopers whom they slowly and languidly dissect and kill. Oh my gosh, do you want to see some of the original fiends of Slaanesh? They look more scorpion-like. Look at them. So scorpion-like. And they look a bit more like the modern ones, but with the more... Again, keep that kind of scorpion look to them. I think the most messed up thing in Slaanesh are the 6 layers that protect the palace. Like some real Dante's Inferno type stuff. Yeah, could you imagine Dante actually having to travel through the 6 layers of Slaanesh's realm? That would be hilarious. That being said, I don't think the 6 layers of Slaanesh's realm are like, I've read them and it's like, that seems kind of boring, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure if that would necessarily, if I knew I was in Slaanesh's realm, I don't think any of that would really tempt me in the slightest. Like, Slaanesh, you're gonna have to try way better than what? Just some food and drink. Some carnal lust. It's like, what the heck? It's like cheap Warhammer, clearly a scam. Not buying it. Free Warhammer, even more of a scam. How's Games Workshop getting their money? Games Workshop needs the money. They need my paycheck. Okay, I dropped ahead. I'm not getting ahead of the game because I lost the head. Oh, it is. Yeah. I think what Slaanesh relies upon is, you know, for people to already be somewhat perversed in one way or another. And if they are not, then Slaanesh kind of loses the entire influence. But even then, characters who are kind of perversed already, you know, still can resist it. Like, do you know, Caiaphas Cain and stuff like that? Wait, is Cain a psyker? I just thought. It's like, Cain like slightly psychic. There's a grassland one that basically gets me. It's basically just a pretty field. Ugh. With a flower wind that makes you calm and blissful. You go to lie down, it turns out the grass is carnivorous. Grass! You expect to tempt me by touching grass? Look, I've got hay fever. That sounds like literally my version of hell. I hate fields. I just like, oh no, it's a field. I need to get out of here. I'm gonna get ill. Hi, it's this one Inquisitor. Look, we're talking about how terrible Slaanesh is at tempting things. I don't think Kane is psychic, but he is very paranoid. It's just the fact that he talks about how much Jurgen stinks. Yet I thought that, you know, it was mostly Psychers who thought that blanks stunk massively. Or is that just normal people think blanks stink? Or is it just Jurgen specifically actually does stink really badly, in which case I just feel bad for her, how much Kane goes on about it. In Slaaneshi realm, grass touches you. Look, I'm not going to lie down in the grass, that's not going to tempt. So, you got the grass, that's not going to tempt me. You got the place of food and drink, that's not going to tempt. Look, I am too ill for Slaanesh to get me. Slaanesh is just like, oh my gosh, you got through the 6 rings of my protective thing. How did you manage it? Well, you know, I'm a very ill person. Look, at some point, you've just become so ill that you can take down a Chaos God. Nurgle, oh my gosh, my plague did nothing to you. It's like, wait, there's a plague? What's it meant to do? You know, it gives you really... It's like super cholera. Makes your tummy super, super upsetty spaghetti. Makes you poop out your entire insides. Makes you want to vomit uncontrollably. It's like, nah, that's just me every day. Don't bother with it. Jurgen just doesn't bathe. It accidentally covers up the fact he's a blank. Oh... I kind of feel sorry that... Da, 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 da. Jurgen just stinks. Blanks have no soul to fit a warp, so your soul doesn't feel the soul nearby. You don't want to get this weird vibe out of blank. Psychers want to rip their skin off nearby them. Oh, that makes more sense. I think that's the wrong arm. What was it? I don't know if it's pronounced Jurgen or Jurgen. I assume it's Jurgen. Because he comes on Valhalla. I've just realised the Valhallans do not act at all like any Nordic stereotype. Or Scandinavian stereotype. Which you'd expect they would, like either they'll be like Vikings or something. Instead they've got more of the Soviet sort of stuff going on. Which I guess makes some sense. It was Vikings who founded Moscow. Blanks don't normally live long. The weird vibe of no soul teth is strong enough to override maternal instincts, so parents will often abandon their blank children. Oh. There you go. Now we just need to give one more head to them, and I kind of want to go for this head. Look, it got a little love heart. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, that is. It's the future. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. It's a taste sensation. The future, that is. Beautiful. Eat decay. Yeah, blanks live lonely, often shun lives. They're just like me, for real, for real. Look, maybe I'm just a blank. Maybe I'm just a blank. Maybe I'm just the one. We got seekers. Yeah. Little anteater friends. We got little anteater friends. That aren't eating everything. I like seekers. They're pretty fun. Okay, the models are a bit on the old side though. They could definitely do with some work. Especially the Slaanesh riders of them. Okay, she is not positioned. She is not secure in her seat in the slightest. She's all shakety-wakety. You're not meant to be shaking it up. You're meant to be sat down and stuck in the seat. Shake, 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 Renata. Shake it all the time. There we go. Big old banner. On this one. Oh, that horn's not very well stuck on. There was a bit of spoon to it or something. And then the champion. Yeah, they weren't too bad to build. These guys. They're fine. I like them. They're pretty fun. Yeah, I think you get a few spare bits, a few spare horns, I guess. Spare banner, some claws, some heads. None of them particularly fancy. Oh, then you get the collector's assassins, which are banks that get weaponized. A passive effect. If an unaugmented blank makes a psycho want to tear off their flesh, Calixus makes them do it. Yeah. Calixus are crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I still have 3, 6, 9, 10 bases. I got 2 spare bases in the box. Nice. So now we're building the demonettes that are in the box. We've already built 3 of them on stream. Oh wait, it's 1! That means Warhammer news! Wait, what week is it? No, what day of the week is 15th? I don't think they're announcing Death Maya yet. Oh yeah, by the way, what does anyone think this is? Cities of Sigmar? Eisenhorn's love interest for novels. Beckwin is a blank, but since he is a psycho, they can never actually be in a relationship. Aww. Valdovan returns in a new Blood Angels novel from the Age of Darkness. We need more Blood Angel novels and not in the Age of Darkness of them entirely on it. Oh, that's a cool model, though. I say it's cool. It's definitely a firstborn model. Horus Heresy. Loyalist Space Marines. Voodoo Angels. It's this model. 11,000 yen! That's like $111. Yeah, you can definitely tell this is a kind of old model with, you know, the legs, the lack of basically hips and a waist on the model. Compare that to the other one where they feel like, you know, a book for the word bearers. No, that's not what okay. Horus Heresy, and you've got this one? No, Mechanicus. See, now I'm having to like try reading stuff. So yeah, but all of them just say Horus Heresy. I know it's traitor. Traitor forces. What? Oh, now this is trying to read World Eaters versus Word Bearers. Word Bearers here. Yeah, this guy was in the previous one. Yeah, where they revealed. Well, I say revealed, but like, hey, look, this is a book for a word bearer, and this is a word bearer model you could buy with the book if you wanted to. He looks so cool. By comparison, he looks way cooler. Way more of a modern design aesthetic. Also, 13,000 yen. You know, suddenly Warhammer feels very expensive when you put it into yen. Oh. I think Alexis and FSR of Assassins, both of them offer new colour options. I guess so. Just in different ways. Vindica and Eversar Assassins are basically, hey, we got an assassin to deal with you. But one of them's just going to shoot you from very far away. The other one's just going to, you know, stab you in the back. Eversar Assassin. Well, you know, we might accidentally destroy the city that you're in, along with you. Now, Eversar Assassins are definitely the more nuclear option, though, because just as with a nuke, you're not getting it back. All of the resources you spent building it, making it, and whatever, yeah, once you deploy it,
I'm here to bear worlds and eat words, and I'm all out of bears.
Bear words. Kuma! Word Kumas. That sounds wrong. K-U-A. K-U-M-A. That's bear in Japanese. Nihongo. Kuma. Kuma. There you go. We got one body. I should probably build for bodies and attach them to bases all at once. And then I can work on doing for arms and then for heads. There we go. I'm currently at about 200-ish words learned again. The Japanese basics course I've got at the moment goes up to about 500. And I'm sleeping while learning the Japanese N1. Ryan Mare, how's the temperature today? It's not too bad. I have to have my air conditioner on in fan mode though, just so that I get some airflow. Otherwise, with my computer on, it just goes crazy. Oh my gosh, this is really interesting. The viscous nature of the glue is causing it to, like, it's flat here. Let me check this. Yeah, the viscous nature of the glue is causing it to be a bit wonky. That's interesting. Hi, Comfy! Little plastics, yeah! How are you doing, Briar? How's the temperature for you? There you go. Hay fever's bad today. My gosh, I've just been... I can't breathe today. We're building. Look at this. We're building like, we're basically siren demons. They're like the mermaid sirens. But we've also got like these cool snaky chicken anteater mounts. According to my taskbar, it's close to 31 Celsius. My taskbar doesn't tell me the temperature because my computer doesn't know where it is. My computer is not a missile. It doesn't know where it is. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. My computer doesn't know anything. It's like, what's the temperature? Where am I? Tell me. I'm like, no. You'll never, because if I ever get hacked, my computer will be like, I still don't know where I am. In fact, my IP is really weird as well. I use a VPN just to make sure. But, like, if you do find my IP, every single time, like, I've checked it, it just tells me, like, I'm in somewhere. Like, hundreds of miles from where I actually am. It's hilarious. The computer is having a crisis. The computer is having a crisis. It's 28 over here. Let me check my phone. My phone knows where it is. 21 degrees C according to my phone. Feels like 24. Oh no, 23 feels like 26. That's what it says. So it's warm today. There we go. Ba, 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 da. And then we glue the feet on. No, they're falling over. Yee. My army is so weird. The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subjecting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater. You're fruit now. I'm fruit. No, don't turn me into banana. Cuptle, stop eating me. No, no. Ugh. With chocolate, no way. I'm not a banana. I'm just a cake shaped like a banana. Don't worry about it. There we go. Making for computer. There was a guy getting his liver eaten. Prometheus? I can't remember. I don't think it's Prometheus. Isn't it, No. Sisyphus is the guy who has to push up a boulder, isn't it? Oh, am I thinking? I was looking through minis. I hate the modern Navigator. The winged helmet looks awful. I don't mind the modern Navigator. I can't even remember what the old Navigator looked like. I remember the Navigator's stare is still pretty powerful, but I remember when it was just like instant to strip the void shields off like a Titan. It was hilarious. Prometheus is a guy. Oh, it is Prometheus then, yeah. I think it was Prometheus. He was the one who gave fire to humanity. Silly guy. Why would you do that? Why would you give fire to humans? You know, the Greek myth of, humans getting fire if they made humans too strong doesn't really make sense in the time period. It's like, okay, you have fire. That doesn't seem like you're capable of killing gods. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, maybe giving humans fire was a mistake. I mean, considering the state of the world right now, like literally how it's burning. Nuclear weapons, yeah, I can definitely see maybe these Greeks were onto something. What if we get to make hot chocolate? Hot chocolate's with it. Actually, I don't really like hot chocolate. But you need fire to make coke. But you don't need fire. You just need to heat up. Cola is a form of tea. You boil some tea. Yeah, boil some leaves when you're making your cola. Hot chocolate and this weather. Cold chocolate. Cold chocolate. Cold chocolate. Cold chocolate. Yeah. Sisyphus is rolling a boulder up a hill just for it to fall down the other side. Lycisus is staring at his own reflection in the water. To be fair, I've done that before. I'm so beautiful. You're drinking hot tea for your throat? Oh, I'm just drinking lemon and lime water. It's well known lemon and citrus fruits good for a sore throat. That's a lie. That's like when I was looking up how to do singing and stuff and practice, but like drink water, but make sure you don't have any lemon or lime or orange juice in it because that's really bad for your throat. I'm like, I'm just going to ignore that news. Oh, so hi to Lan. Are these the earliest morning demons? Like, are for early morning demons? Oh, for right now it's afternoon. Like, the task has a trick part that if he just accepts the morality, it wouldn't be a problem. Look. No one accepts morality. Learn to roll a bowler good. It's true, it's true. Oh, the more he rolls it, the more it gets worn down. So then, but by now he's just like kicking a pebble up a hill, and then it rolls down the other side. And then he just kicks it up the hill again. The trick is eat the boulder. The trick is, once you get to the top, just get close to the top. You just stop pushing, kicking at the boulder until it becomes a square. And then once it's a square, it doesn't fit in the circle hole. And it won't roll down the other side of the hill. You got to sit. This is why you don't, you know, meet people. People suck. People make you ill. Just stay online. Be by yourself forever. It's beautiful. I told what to damn. This is why you don't go outside. You stay inside. You stay trapped. The postman comes knocking at the door. You're like, leave a package. And then you disinfect the package before you bring it inside. The VTuber quote of all time. Cooties. Yeah! Going outside sucks. Meeting people sucks. Just stay alone. Every now and then I feel a little bit happy. Do 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 do. There's never been a sad song about being alone. Meanwhile, there's lots of sad songs about being in a relationship or having been in a relationship. Like Taylor Swift is responsible for like 1 billion of them. That just tells me that, you know. And look, you don't want to have Slaanesh coming after you either. We've already figured out that due to my illness and just general personality, Slaanesh would have no power over me. No songs about being alone. No, there are songs about being alone, but they're super, super happy. Like you know, blue, dabba dee dabba die. And blue is like the best colour. That's like the ultramarines are blue. Me, inside and outside. Mr. Brightside was such a happy song. I don't know the lyrics to Mr. Brightside other than he says I'm Mr. Brightside. I want to get my... You love... Why are you going outside? What the heck? Something wrong with people. Wanted to go outside. Yeah. It came from Citizen Kane. The rain making me tired. I might fall asleep. Ooh, nice. You got rain. Solitude by Candlemass and Solitude by Black Sabbath. Nice. See, happy songs. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. I'm staying inside and I'm keeping people away. See, these are lyrics to real songs. The Police have a title song, I'm Mr. Lonely. I've got nobody. See, that's like a super happy song. Like, they sing it in a super fun, high-pitched voice. It's like amazing. I'm Mr. Lonely. I've got nobody to call. Yeah, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. No, Boulevard of Broken Dreams is about having a hangover. I'll walk this lonely road, the only road that I will ever know. See, again, a happy song. I love Boulevard of Broken Dreams, though. See, look, these are all amazing and fun songs. No, it's not. What do you mean it's not a happy song? Like, what sort of song would go? Do 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 do. Ma na 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 na. Ba na 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 na. Ba no, ba no. It's like, what's that other song though? I'm gonna get like copyright struck for doing that now. What's that other song though? Is this my last resort? Do 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 do. Bow bow bow. Bow 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 bow. See, happy songs. Look, I just listen to the tunes and I'm like, is this really nice tune? I like this tune. And then I find out that the song's about something terrible. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Mega jump at Cupcake Conjurer. Conjurer thinks Candyman is a song about giving out candles. No, it's a song about giving out sweets. I'm Candyman, yeah. And it's from the Willy Wonka film. Meanwhile, he then got, what's like, look at this photograph. He got that song. Throw them shoulder back. Look at that throw the shoulder back song. Throw back the shoulders off Arthur. Oh yeah, I did cover Candyman. And I also covered Human. Yeah. I still have no idea what the Human song is really about. I just like it.
Sing us a bit, song woman. Tell us about the Candyman.
I don't know. If a Candyman can, that's all I remember about the song. Look, I just spent months just re-singing and re-singing the song over and over and editing it. You expect me to remember the lyrics? I'm the Candyman. That's the only lyric I remember. The Candyman can, and I'm the Candyman. I can't even remember the tune very well. Okay, expect me to remember these things. Appear by Dead Astronauts, the album is all about loneliness. I think I really like it. The Candyman isn't a fan. I don't think the candies are read. Oh wait, candies. Oh, that's an I, not an L. Oh, and it was an I, not an L for Talan as well. I just misread that as candle. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Okay, if I'm actually going to have to, like, if I wanted to sing a bit of a song, I'd have to actually find the song on my channel and just listen to it myself. So I can remind myself how it goes. That's my song. I didn't do a very good job of it. Okay, I'll have to like watch a 20-second advert to watch my own video. What the heck? The Candy Man is here. Cola candy. Yeah, who can take a sunrise? Sprinkle it
You
with
got
you.
4 candles. I feel like I've been here before. Do you want 4 candles or 4 candles?
There we go.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. 4 candies.
4 candies. Yeah. And it's look, I was in for 4 candles script. My goodness. Law video 9 Cuptle. Human. I also covered human. Oh my gosh, trying to listen to that song, but I cringe listening to my own covers of stuff. If you want to listen to it and cringe along with me, then I think the human cover's a little bit better, but I can't listen to the Candyman song now anymore, or the human song. I'm like really reluctant to cover any songs I actually really like listening to now because it just ruins them for me when I make a cover. The next cover is going to be Mr. Brightside, but she only sings, "I'm Mr. Brightside." And then, look, I don't remember songs off the top of my head very well. All candies, yeah, all Andes deserve it. Yeah, for Andy, some hot fuzz. They weren't very nice. Although they did come around at the end. I guess that's good. Now we're off to the Andes. You bet you're wondering why we call them the Andes. Is it because they're both named Andy or Andrew? It's like, oh my gosh, they told me you were good. And they also was because talking to them's an uphill struggle. Being thrown at the face. Oh, but off. I'm a big fan of the sign Crush's Motorhead. I have no idea what that is. Cover off last Friday night. That sounds way too sad. The fun thing about me is that a lot of songs that people like claim are sad and stuff, I just really enjoy them. Fear Not This... Oh, I love Fear Not This Night. Have you ever played Guild Wars and listened to the song at the end called Fear Not This Night? It's beautiful. Fear not this night. Do, 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 do. Da, do, do, do. Da, do, do, do. Wow, you really just listen to the radio? No, I don't listen to the radio at all. Con's real favourite song is Mad One. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Okay, when I did see the advert, the trailer for Gears of War, and it had that song on, I was like, this is beautiful. I like how people's vibes to Japanese songs about hard topics. Oh, what about that Polish cow song? I'd love a Polish cow song. I've already listened to find out what the lyrics are. Or if I do look at a little dancing cow, it's like, oh. All around me are familiar faces. One place. Look, that was like a song I just listened to on repeat as a kid. It was like one of the first songs I ever went, oh, I like music now. I mean, slowly from there, I like Viva La Vida was another song, Kate. I like heard it on the radio one day. I was like, oh, I love this song. And I came off radio because I was in the car going to school as a little kid. You know? I love Viva La Vida though. Most of what I listen to is like I've been listening to a lot of what do they call themselves?
I say you shouldn't have been driving, but what do I know?
Yeah, I should have been driving. You know, maybe you're right about that. Maybe I shouldn't have been driving. Okay. YouTube. What was the band I've been listening to a lot? Look, I don't even pay attention to the names of the songs I listen to. They just come on YouTube, auto playlist. They just play. I only found out recently that I liked some One Direction music. I say recently, years ago. Polka Dot Stingray. That's one of the bands I've been listening to a lot recently. Upico. Oh, who sung Abnormalize? Ling Sing something or other. I loved that music. Oh, who had the best music video of all time? Is it in the list of music that I've been listening to? Oh yeah, and I've also been listening to Pump of Chicken. The people that did the Overlord theme tunes as well. Love that music. What else have I listened to recently? Billy Raphael. Did you get enough love, my little dove? Why do you cry? Oh, I love that one. Enbuna. Oh yeah, Enbuna. That one. They did like the greatest music video of all time. I shared it on the Discord a while back. And it's like oh, what's it called? Groundhog Day style video. OXT are good. Weave me proves. It's interesting when you look for meaning behind songs you've listened to for years. It can be a bit of a gamble whether they're questionable or not. It's also sometimes like I don't really listen to the lyrics a lot in songs. It's only when I start listening to the lyrics that I'm like, oh, maybe I don't like this song so much. Oh, what's another song I absolutely adore? It's In This Shirt, I think it's called. I absolutely adore. Oh, I also like listening to Uriel, I think they're called. He makes cool music. Mumford and Sons. Oh, Mrs. Green Apple, I love their music. I discovered them via Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, I think it was. Also, whatever the band that made the Kaiju number 8, some of those songs, of their opening and closing, they're really good. Like Nobody and Colours. Then there's like an indie rock playlist stuff that I listen to sometimes. The Correspondence has been appearing in my playlist as well recently. I don't know. Tom Wostenfall. Oh, Alive with the Glory of Love. By Say Anything. That's it. Say Anything. I love Say Anything. Alive with the Glory of Love is a great song. Look, I just listen to random stuff. And sometimes I just put into YouTube happy music and then just pick a random playlist and hope that it actually has happy music. But a lot of the time there's sad music. It's like, how do you mean this is summer happy vibes? This does not feel like happy vibes to me. And then it's oh, and I sometimes listen to what's it called? That band that gets a lot of bad reputation because people misrepresent for music, and then you've also got certain really bad people get attracted to their music. They do Sabaton, yay! I like some of the Sabaton music, although it does get very samey after a while. But I also kind of like them because history. Although sometimes their history in the song is a bit not exactly accurate. The truth. It's fine. Doesn't have to be. It's music. Happy music. First song of a playlist is Happy Song by Bring Me the Horizon. I think I've heard of them before. But no, there's a lot of songs where I don't really think it's very happy. Like sometimes they have a bit of a happy tune to them, but it's very clearly sung by a depressed person about being depressed, or someone who's just recently had their heart broken or something, and it's like, yeah, I don't know how anyone else can sing to this song and feel happy about it. Although that could also just be my artistic weirdness, I guess. Because you do have that thing of, you know, certain tunes kind of like correspond to make you happy, but some of it's like so cute. Like certain countries, you'll find that what they consider happy music to be sad in other countries. Because it's like a social thing. But some of it's like kind of inbuilt into like your senses. Look at her, she's doing a supermodel pose. My favourite music playlist is the Part 3 Battle Music playlist because half the list is what you expect, but a little bizarre. And for other half, I like to chimp on. Chimp on stuff to the mix. The land's out here wanting me to get hit. Doom music. I'm not big into heavy metal style music, if I'm honest. I like some of it. Same goes with rap and jazz. One style of music I really generally don't like anything is, you know, screamer music or screamo music, whatever you... Do I hear people just screaming into the microphone? I'm not a big fan of that. I think sometimes it ruins what could have been a really good song. The finest moon sugar. The finest fine cast. Chimp on skooma. Like a sheet on skooma. Odd People is such a strange music. It makes me feel like hiding alone at night in a park bathroom as someone is hunting me down for what? You know, actually, do you know that song from the first Do Something in the Tulips? From the first SpongeBob episode? No, that's the best music. Music peaked with that song, and it's never been the same since. Well, I've been listening to some stuff. I think Talan is actually the chimp on Skooma that you were talking about. Oh, that on Skooma. That would explain why we keep having to stop Talan getting to all of the narcotics when we play RimWorld. And then we have to, like, put him in a bed and nurse him back to health again and stop him having his addictions. Is it? Look at my big meaty claws! Snip, snip. It's just some stuff. Go check it out. Promote part 3. Araki let Chutulu mix some songs.
That was so evil of you. Let me enjoy fun.
And all of them have Joseph and for
May I present to you, Tlin the Skooma Skeever?
No, not for Skooma Skeever. What, nursing you back to health in RimWorld was evil of me. Look, it turns out I might have some of the most least evil, rather, runs in RimWorld. I don't think anyone can call me evil now, after that. Because the narcotics would get you killed. Also, they're expensive. And we mostly only get them after defeating bad guys, and then we sell them. The only exception is Psychic Tea, which is generally just a boon to the colony. Like, is there any negative of having, like, as long as we don't get addicted to it, there's no real negative. It just gives a positive bonus. It appeals to people who want to be, you know, have a chemical fascination. And as long as you just limit them to they're like not doing, they're only taking a cup of tea like twice a day or something. Or just every so often. They won't ever get addicted to it. And even if they do get addicted, they don't get like a massive negative. It's not like for others where there's like clear negatives to both health and other stuff. They can give random offense like from eating. We've never had that. Remember the 72 hamsters? Wasn't it koalas that attacked us like that? And it almost destroyed us. Well, there you go. We got 10 of the we've still got 10 demonettes left to make. What the heck? We might have to do these on stream, on the member stream as well. We've just got so many demonettes to build. And I need to put magnets on all of the bases. This is my last wizard devastation. So again, song stuck in my head now. There we go. I got 2 spare bases in the box. Stonks! Getting so many stonks on this Warhammer. Okay, the box can go up there now.
Misery word of the day. Koalas. Koalas are the spawn of corn. Run on sight.
Yeah, they are. Hi, Denizen of Misery. Oh my gosh. We should go back to our RimWorld one. I didn't mean to stop it for so long. I just meant to, like, you know, take a break so we could play some other games and stuff. Because I was enjoying that just sweltering heat run. And it's also such a weird one because it forced us to have the super expensive base, which made the raids worse. Because, you know, everything had to be made from stone. And we needed all of these things that can stop the heat getting to us. And all of that just adds expense. What was the last thing we did in RimWorld? Last thing I remember was almost finishing. No, we did finish the SCP logo. We did fully finish the SCP logo, don't worry about that. We had it finished for a number of streams. We were putting down flooring. That is true. We've built a secondary recreation room inside the mountain. We were improving our SCP containment facilities. And we had just finished getting rejuvenation treatments for everybody. And, you know, enough biosculpting places for everyone. We had the giant hole farm, which we had closed up recently. And we were shoring up our defenses and improving them. We had also got the RimWorld oil online. And started getting Rim oil. And the gym. Yeah, we built a gym. Oh, and we needed more bedrooms for people, so we expanded and got more bedrooms built up, but we were still trying to smooth out for bedrooms. And then, oh yeah, that's it. We needed even more bedrooms, so we were setting up a new area for bedrooms, and that was only in the process of being done. We needed a second new area for bedrooms. That was the last thing we had been doing. We also recently recovered from a serious plague that affected a lot of our animals.
Not gonna lie, I'm concerned who thought you could secure, contain, and protect anything.
No, we did. We're very good at it. Do the Kundra as a favourite Outdoory or Craft Road Subfaction? I mean, Corsairs are probably my favourite at the moment. I don't know enough about Exodites to say which subfaction of Exodites is my favourite. But yeah, I would really like the Corsairs. I think they're cool. The Yanari are also super cool. It just sucks that you're forced to take either What's Her Face or Yuri. Not Yurio. Is she called Yurio? I can't remember her name. You're forced to take her though, or the big old demon person. Incarnate or whatever. It was amazing that you built the gym as an entrance of an SCP logo. Look. Oh no, it's because the gym. I needed the people, right, so I want them to work out like every single day so that they'll do exercises and they'll level up the skills and they'll have some fun. I don't want them walking massively out their way to do it. So the only really good place that we had for that was the gym, because everyone is walking past the gym most of the time. It's right next to the hospital, so the medics can work out. It's in line with the extra rooms and stuff that we added in. It's not far from either of the recreation rooms. The new set of rooms we built, they have to go through the gym to get access to the main place. It's right next to one of our main farm areas, like our indoor farm. It's close to the freezer, so it's like where people are hanging out. So it's just right. So it means that they're not having to take massive diversions to go to the gym, and also so they can work out. Things that they do have to take diversions off is for SCPs, but they don't need to spend too much time on them. So it's fine. And to do the body modding, well, not body modding, but, you know, rejuvenation treatments and stuff. But again, it's like you walk to your rejuvenation treatment, you stay there for multiple days when you leave. We got the robots to do the cleaning for us. So it doesn't matter too much about that. Conjurer would build a cigarette shop in front of a hospital because of a high foot traffic. Have you never been to a hospital? Actually, wait, do other hospitals have gift shops in them? NHS gift shops, NHS hospitals, the NHS gift shops have hospitals attached to them. NHS hospitals has gift shops attached to them. Like, right at the entrance, you come in, it's like, oh, there's a little gift shop. I'm going to go to the gift shop. I'm going to buy some stuff. Oh, I can have cola. I can have cola at my hospital stay. Oh, amazing. I can buy myself a sandwich. Oh, I can get a little book. So when I'm in hospital, I can play with a little book. It's amazing. Not every single hospital has a gift shop. Some of them just have vending machines or, you know, almost every one of them have cafes and stuff. I used to have to go to a hospital a lot when I was, I needed like treatment for various things when I was in uni. And one of the big difficulties is trying to get the treatment reliably. Because I was down south for uni, but, you know, lived up north with my parents. So that meant, like, do you know, during any of the break times, you know, I'd be going back to my parents. But if I never needed treatments as well, and, you know, go to the hospital, with the way that the NHS works, it's difficult because I basically need to go to a dedicated hospital. Well, not a dedicated hospital, but I'd have to go to one hospital and just remain going. I couldn't just like change up my visits of where I'm going to. So I ended up, because I mean, there's only so many specialists in the country anyway. So since I couldn't travel all the way up north every single time I needed to go to a hospital, and I couldn't travel all the way down south every time I needed to go to the hospital when I wasn't at uni, I instead found a hospital that was, you know, midway up the country. And as a result, it was a few hours drive wherever I was, but it wasn't as bad as driving to, like, you know, literally across the entirety of breadth of Britain pretty much to get to hospital. So yeah, can I get like a photo of a doctor signed by them? Never seen a hospital with gifts. Technically, it's not a gift shop. It's like usually it's like a WH Smith's or something. So it's like I always called it a gift shop. But yeah, that one had a super nice cafe and gift shops and stuff at it, and shops. And so because I'd have to like because it's like a few hours journey, I'd have to make to get to it whenever I travelled. I'd always have to set off super early. So sometimes I got there barely on time. Other times I got there literally hours beforehand. So I just like take the time, you know, have a breakfast or my lunch or whatever there at the cafe they've got. Get myself some cola. It was a really nice cafe. It's like one of the best hospital cafes I've ever been to. Because some hospital cafes absolutely suck. They're like school cafeterias. And I like go to a shop, I like look at little books they have on notepads. It was nice. It was a really nice place. Oh no, they did have a gift shop actually. It was kind of a gift shop because the hospital was partly funded by an art thing that was going on. Or something like that. But it had a bunch of like art done by the local community. Inside the hospital, and you could buy like little booklets with the art inside it, and prints of the art for yourself. So it did actually have a full-on gift shop. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Oh, they used a way for hospitals to get rent money. For hospitals near me, also has a bookshop in the entrance. Ooh. Yeah, and there's another hospital like that. Oh, I had to go to see my godmother. And that was a really nice hospital, if I'm entirely honest. And they had something very similar with like gift shops and stuff. Where you could actually, you know, buy stuff. Oh, they had pictures. They had a really nice park inside the hospital. Like, the hospital is this massive sprawling thing. And basically over the years, it's just expanded. And as it's expanded, it's like eaten up like pieces of land, including parks and stuff. But the parks have remained there. They just built around them. And you could actually, and as a result, like sell pictures of it and of the hospital itself. Again, in one of the shops. Oh. It was a really nice hospital. It was, actually, I say it's a really nice hospital. Architecturally, there's a lot of really nice things to it. It's really nice to walk around. The hospital absolutely sucked in terms of actually doing hospital stuff, though. Oh, gosh. Like, they registered a surgery for my godmother. Because she had cancer. To help her. And they basically left her in a area that, like, really, really awful. No air conditioning. It was basically just a short-term wait area where they just leave the beds. Except when it turned out that the surgery they had booked were no surgeons. The surgery couldn't operate on those days. And then they did the same thing later again. Then they actually got it on the correct day, but no one actually took her to the surgery. Despite multiple attempts to get them to. So yeah, it was an absolutely awful hospital to actually be a patient at, but it was nice to walk around. There's a few nice hospitals like that. But yeah, they get rent money from it. On top of that, it's also nice just to have that, like, if you're waiting. Oh, there's a hospital near me, actually, that's got a... Actually, it's a couple of shops near in it. Well, if you're waiting, more accurate, if you're patient waiting, you can't do it. But if you're accompanying a patient and you're waiting, you can just go to where they've got like the shops and stuff. They've got a bunch of nice stuff there. We often have things in from raising money for things like helicopters and ambulances as well. Yeah, I think that's might have what being those things before. I didn't really pay enough attention. But my tummy is suddenly really, 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 really painful, and we're slightly over time anyway. But we've built 20 demons. No, actually, we built 17 demons today. Mostly, we got 6 bodies done, 5 full demons. Well, actually, I guess this is 10 demons. Demon, 10 demons across the seekers. 7 of these ones. That's 17 demons. And then 6 bodies for half done, so that's 20 demons. On the member stream later today, we'll finish building the demonettes and use the rest of the time to finish painting these guys, who mostly just need the gold done on them. And that's it. So thank you for coming to the stream. Oh, it's Briar streaming today. We'll raid into Briar if she's available. Like, if I do stream settings, edit, customization, add a redirect. Is Briar live? No, she's not. Oh, darn it, I wanted to raid her. But, okay, then, we'll end the stream here. Big love hearts to you all. Thank you for coming to the stream. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to others and vice versa. Work hard, but play harder. Eat good food. Sleep well. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat the cupcakes. Spend that food. Bye-bye, everybody. Big love hearts. Do. Smash!